clickbait. I'm gonna do the clickbait. Wow, this is actually a lot of freaking books. Oh my god, these are way heavier than I thought they would be. Ugh. Something in me just cramped. Everything is going. Hey guys, I'm Ellie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my November book haul for you guys. I don't know how many books I got, but I feel like it's a lot. I did get a bunch of books off of the library free shelf. We went through and did a purge of like our middle grade books that just weren't going out. So I took a bunch of them and then I have a few others that I'm gonna show you. I was also sent a super secret box from Penguin, and if you guys saw that video, you'll know about that, and I'll just kind of brush over them briefly for you guys. Let's go ahead and get into the haul because you know, your girl tends to babble. The books that my library sale had. So we don't actually sell our books, they're just for free anymore. So I have a bag here. So one of the things that I actually saw was this paperback, and it's Twilight Before Christmas. This is by Christine Feehan. She's known for writing like kind of saucy, sexy, kind of paranormal things, and this is a Christmas one, so I thought, why not? It's free, I'll check it out. I've been in a Christmassy mood recently, so maybe I'll get around to it, maybe not. I don't know anything else about it. It probably has something to do with vampires or werewolves or something along the paranormal aspect. I don't know. I also picked up Once Upon a Curse. This is a J-book, the third book in the Frog Princess series. I love the Frog Princess. I actually own a copy and I've been meaning to read the rest of the series for some time. I reread, I think the first one like 2 years ago, and I still very much enjoyed it. It's really fun. It follows this girl that basically becomes a frog. Prince tells her that if she kisses him, he'll become a prince. However, it backfires and she becomes a frog, and they go to hunt the witch to have themselves changed back, and it follows all their adventures of getting there, and then what happens at the witch's hut, and then how to get back, and how they're gonna turn her back into a human. And it is just such a journey, and I loved it, and so I was kind of interested to see how the rest of the series went. I don't think I've ever read the rest of the series, so yeah, I'm only missing the second one. There are more after that, but I do believe the first three just follow the main character, and then the ones after that follow like her daughter. I also picked up Lucky Broken Girl, and this I heard so many good things about. There was actually a booktuber that I remember watching their video, and they said how good this book was, and I don't remember who it was. But this is a middle grade book, and this is about a girl. It comes from Cuba, and then she's in an accident, and I think that something has happened to her in this accident, and somehow she is stuck at home, and it is about the people that come to visit her at her home. Something along the lines of that. So there is diversity in here, and I'm eager to see what this is. I think middle grade books are so hard hitting. Like, they really get into the deep stuff. Like, if you're looking for a really like serious, looking for something that's on a really hard topic, middle grade is where it's at. Like, they have the most hard-hitting books sometimes. And I picked up a Goosebumps book, and that is my Hairest Adventure. And I just mostly picked this up because it was Goosebumps. It's obviously not in the best condition, but any Goosebumps book I come along and find, I just snatch up. Like, I have such a nice, like, carefree love for the Goosebumps series. They're so cheesy, they're so juvenile, but I just love them anyway. They're just so fun. They're such quick reads. So this is, I'm assuming, about some kid that turns into like a werewolf. Who knows? Then I picked up the Sisters Grimm. This is the Grimm guidebook. The Sisters Grimm is one of my favorite middle grade series, speaking of which I need to finish that series. I really have read the first 4 or 5 in the series, and I really love them. It is about these 2 girls. They are orphans, and they basically don't fit into any home, and then all of a sudden they have a grandma who is like, hey, I'm actually a grandma, so you can come live with me. And they don't know why. They've never heard of this grandma, but it's actually because she lives in this town that's kind of cut off from the rest of the world, and it is where all the fairy tale creatures are stuck living. And so they go and they become the investigators of this town, because that is what the Grimm family is known for, and they are the ones that get to tell all the stories and things like that. I love that there is a guidebook to this, just because the characters are so interesting. You get like a background into the stories. So this just seems like so much fun. I'm glad to have this in my collection. I would love to have the whole series and such one day because they are just such a fun middle grade series. I don't know if these have like a number of what the series is, but this is the Matter of Fact Magic book series, and I think that this is 1 and 2, but I could be wrong. But they just look like so much fun. They're fantasy adventure type books, which I love, and they're fairly quick reads. So I think that I could have a lot of fun with these. They put out Finding Wonders, which really upset me because I absolutely love this book. But at the same time, I was like, you're gonna snatch that. This book. This follows 3 different girls, and they are all girls who have made scientific changes to the world. One of which, she did some sort of documentation of like birds and insects or something. She was in charge of doing like all kinds of like artistic work about creatures. And then one was, she did like sea creatures, and she found like some sort of fossil and blah blah blah, which really changed like scientific history. And then the other one did like I think like telescopes or something. She was a map maker of some sort. But this follows, they were real life girls, and this follows their stories, but it does it in prose and like little poem segments, which is really great because all these girls had artistic talents on top of like their scientific talents. So doing it in prose was kind of like a nod to their artistic talents as well, and just a beautifully crafted book. And I absolutely loved it and think it's fantastic. So I'm really glad that I was able to have this in my collection now. Then I have City of Orphans by AVI. I think that's how you say that name. I've read something else by AVI, really enjoyed it. So when I saw this, I was like, I could probably give this a try. I don't really know much about this. I'm assuming that these 2 are maybe orphans of some sort. 1893 New York. It's full of life, crowded, filthy, and dangerous. If you're a newsboy like 13-year-old Max. It's not Max, it's Max. You need to watch out for Bruno, the leader of the Plug Ugly gang. So apparently some girl has been arrested because this gang believes that she like stole something, and he thinks he's gonna go save her and prove her innocent. And I don't know, it just seems like it could be a fun story. So then I also picked up this paperback of Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. I love Neil Gaiman. So when I saw this, I was pretty excited, even though it is a mass market paperback. This is a really interesting cover. I really actually like this cover. So this is about a world that exists under the streets of London, and this guy like somehow gets to Neverwhere and then is stuck there or something. I don't know the full specifics of it. Now he must learn to survive in the city of shadows, darkness, monsters, saints, murders, and angels if he is to ever return to the London that he knew. So this must be a darker side of London. And 2 more that I have here, these were actually recommended to me semi-sorta through a coworker who really loves this author. Me Talk Pretty One Day and then Naked. These are by the same author, and so I thought they might be worth a try. She said that they are absolutely hilarious. I don't know anything about them. If you guys know anything, feel free to let me know. I just kind of went based off of the fact that she really enjoys them and kind of snatched them up. So I've heard really good things about Me Talk Pretty One Day, so I'm hoping that that is good enough. Some of the books that Penguin had sent me, one of which was a PR package which included Map of Days. This is the 4th in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. So this is about a boy, he goes and he finds this time loop where Miss Peregrine's home is, and it's 4 particulars, and of course he meets all the particulars, and they're the same ones that his grandfather had told him about, and he finds out that he might be a little particular himself. There are these monsters that are hunting them down, and only he can see them. And things get a little more intense than that, and of course it leaves on a massive cliffhanger. I personally didn't feel the need to continue, but we'll see, given that I was given Map of Days. Again, if it got better, let me know. Maybe I'll continue. So then they also sent me, to go along with the Fall Into Fantasy Readathon, they sent me some books that booktubers were doing reading challenges of. One of which was The Forest of a Thousand Lanterns, as well as the sequel, which is Kingdom of the Blazing Phoenix. I've heard pretty good things about this, so we will see. The Brilliant Death. Give the Dark My Love, which was on my TBR to begin with. I don't really remember what this is about though. Beast Made of Night, and I think I have the sequel too. They also sent me the sequel, which is Crown of Thunder. Anyway, so that was all of the books that I got in November, which is crazy because I got nowhere for them currently. I hope you guys have liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to see future book hauls from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!